Hello, once again, we're in version 1.5 of Easy Video Lab, and in this video I want to talk about basically some basics of working with the timeline. So the timeline is down here. You can drag it around, you can make it bigger and smaller, and you're able to zoom in if you want to, or zoom out. There's a series of options here along the top: add animation layer and remove animation, video, or audio layers and remove them. You have the ability to click on a block and duplicate it or delete it, and this just gives you a sense of where you are on the timeline in terms of the time. You can, if you have an animate button, you can do it here, or you can do it here, and you have the play, pause, and rewind options here. These little plus signs allow you to create a new block, and then you have audio controls here as well. So when you're working with specific blocks, you can move things around left and right if you want to. We actually have a snap to feature. When you have multiple blocks, you can snap them together. I'll cover that in a separate video. Notice also I have several animation layers, and I can actually drag options between the animations layers if I want to. Now notice here that this is, even though it appears below, it's below the text animations, visually it's actually above, and you can fix that by clicking on the control clicking on a block, and then there's a series of options here. I can move that to the bottom, and so now the text is above that. It kind of sticks there. You just have to reposition it, and you can get it where you want to. The same thing, one of the nice things too is you can actually kind of drag over multiple objects, and so let's say I wanted to kind of move that in a little bit, I can do that, and then click anywhere to deselect. Now notice another thing, the video is below the other objects, and that's pretty much going to be, if I import a video, it will show up below the animations, and that's going to be the case for all MP4 videos. Anything on the video layer is going to show up below any of the animation layers. Now, if you want something to overlay, such as a QuickTime MOV, you'd use MOV overlay for that, and we'll cover that in a separate video. So that's the basics of working with the timeline. Oh, by the way, the playback head is, you can drag that, you just scrub, and that little line indicates exactly where you are on the timeline.